Hey, and we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome to Rad Habits Podcast, episode 3. Big 3, you already know how I feel about it. Hey. And we in here. We got DC
My
3
favorite number.
You feel me? DC 3 Cam, my name Cam Nar. We in here, 333 off top. We got Kev Alexander put 3 motherfucking V's on his name. You feel me? 3 of those.
Yep.
And we got Aaron Mays. You might as well spell it with 3 motherfucking A's.
Yep.
Aaron Mays. So yeah, what's good? We're in here. We got VL in here. Shout out to Productive Culture. This is powered by and uplifted and supported and just handled by Productive Culture. Shout out to the family. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for the love.
How y'all doing this Saturday morning?
It's early, but I love it.
Me too.
I'm an early bird.
Yeah.
Y'all saw the meme
Yeah.
I put in there. I didn't think I was gonna make it this morning.
My brain works better in the morning.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. That last
It
episode was
clicked
like
better.
at nighttime.
That was a weird feeling,
Yeah,
man.
it was weird.
Coming-
It felt weird. It felt different.
Yeah.
You could tell the day was already
Yeah.
on us.
Yeah.
It had weighed on us.
Man, I'm
by
burnt
then.
from blazing it all day.
For real, man.
But get it done.
But yeah, how you guys? How's you guys' week? What's going on?
It's a fast week, man.
This is
That
like the
shit
check-in
flew
time with
by,
your
man.
homies because we all in the group chat. But this is really like therapy. Like, how are you doing, you guys? You guys good?
Yeah, because throughout the week, it's just a bunch of memes and fucking
Jokes.
jokes and talking shit. You know what I mean? And then we
Yeah.
kind of recollect at the end of the week and see what's up, what's actually going on in our lives.
Yeah. So I've been going hammy, finishing up this Love Really Is EP.
That shit's done already?
It's done. We're just doing the mixing. I'm just waiting for one vocal to come in from the homegirl who's a really amazing singer. And yeah, it's a wrap. Six brand new songs for y'all. Dropping on April 2nd. And then just getting stuff together with the pod.
You doing videos for any of those songs? Or what?
Yeah, I shot a video for that one poppy joint
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
homie Pretty Papes.
Okay.
We already shot the video for that like 2 weeks ago, so that'll
Mm.
probably come out like the week of the drop. And then beyond that, just working on more concepts for the other joints. But I got other things in mind. Just beyond videos is like a Mando thing. But I got like these other little like content ideas, like little spaces. I might throw some shit on the NFT. What's that shit? The NFT shit?
I don't know nothing about it. I've been reading about it. But I don't
Yeah.
know much about it, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like some exclusive type content, like more like novelty items and shit.
Right.
That's what that NFT shit is. It's like
Okay.
people just like they buy some shit and they put it into like a figurative like an electronic gallery type shit. Like and if you own it, it goes up in value. It's kind of like a stock, but like an actual piece of art. So
Well, there's actually like real time art with it, like there's like LeBron, like a 360 dunk, or a Steph Curry rookie.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah,
You could buy the rights to like that footage or some shit,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah,
the
basically.
replays.
Yeah.
Some of that shit's been going
It's,
for a lot.
I did some reading on it. Like it seems like you said, it's like digital art. Like basically, like it's kind of like trading cards.
It is.
almost.
Yeah.
But basically,
Yeah,
you would have
yeah.
to like
Mhm.
make your own website, kind of like for your gallery, and you could just put all the stuff you bought on there. Like
Mhm.
kind of like I would think it was like a fancy Tumblr almost. Like,
yeah, that you can like put a price point on too.
yeah, basically, that's that's how kind of what I read. That's how I seen it, like a fancy like flexi Tumblr. Like this is all the shit I own. I own this tweet. I own this song. I own this freaking.
So
Yeah,
meme,
people are like
I
selling
own-
tweets and shit, huh? They're
Yeah.
like buying tweets.
Twitter's trying to
Yeah.
have people buy tweets with that. Like you could be a super fan or something like that, and
A
you
super
can.
influencer.
Well, if a super influencer like has sells exclusive content, their tweets are exclusive content, so you can pay $5 a month to see them tweet some shit that you couldn't see on the
Oh,
timeline.
no, I'm good.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just shit is so greedy. Like,
Bro, everything's about. They're just changing money, bro. Money's
Yeah.
gonna because in the reality, shit's fake anyways, and it's
Yeah.
just beginning exposed. Like there are all these ways to just make money into more money. Like you bought someone's tweet and it becomes worth more. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's really getting broken down.
I buy a catalog of ASAP Yams tweets, so I would. Like if somebody put them in a book, I do that.
He was a legendary
Yeah.
tweeter, though, man.
He was.
Like,
I want early Kanye tweets. I want.
Yeah, I'm surprised there
I
isn't
would get
more of
those.
that.
Like,
yeah.
Of like after like books of like people doing that type of shit, like make a book with all their tweets.
hey,
and
copyright. VL,
Yeah.
put the copyright.
Because
up.
after Kim K did
Nah,
that
dog.
book with the fucking selfies and shit.
Oh,
like-
Yeah. I'm gonna just do that for myself. Like I'm gonna just get a bunch of my favorite tweets and make little bookings for them. That's what I'm about to really do for the Love Really Is. Like I have like novelty book ideas and
Like
stuff
the
like
actual
that.
like the Precious Moments books. He'll make like a Love Is book.
Oh
type
yeah,
of, like,
exactly,
type of thing.
exactly. But just like with my own
With gangster
art
shit.
aesthetic on it. Yep, it's gonna be dope. It'll be the 6 songs, but beyond that, maybe like a mini journal and shit like that, where you can like write in what love really is to you and how the relationship to each song and shit like that, like a little space to do it. Really, like
Are you singing on that shit a lot more or what?
I'm definitely singing on
Yeah.
it.
Your
Yeah,
vocals.
yeah. The harmonies is up, the layers is there,
I heard
the auto tune is
it's
on.
good.
Yeah, it's vibes. It's
Yeah.
definitely vibes. Like we said on, I think it was episode 1 or 2. Like this is the music that niggas make when like they're stuck in the house and there's no shows to go to, and I'm not thinking about how it's gonna sound when it's in front of people or when I'm on stage. And I wasn't concerned with any of that when I was making any of these songs. This is shit I was making on a Thursday afternoon after I ordered a pizza and I'm fucking just watching the Wayans brothers all day. Like that's just how it went. But that's how my week went. That's all I've been on. What about y'all?
My week's been good. I've just been posted up, doing a little work, watching my stocks, just waiting for my moment to buy more. And
I'm waiting for your moment too.
yeah. I
wanna
think
see you
right
win.
now I think it's a little trickery, so I haven't really been.
I've been following DC. He put a couple racks in my pocket.
Oh
Stock
God,
tips, I'm not gonna lie.
I have
right?
I got a consulting meeting with DC coming up.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens on Monday.
The Black Wolf of Wall Street.
This week was a little. This week was a little bit flat, but
That's all right.
But let's see what we get next week.
I just appreciate just seeing people get into that space because it used to be something that felt to me very intimidating, or in a sense like they would try to keep the information separate. Like, and now it's really dope to see people like fucking really attack that shit and get into it and see wins off that shit and build communities through it. Like Twitter is amped up now. I see a lot of people's minds.
I mean, that's what happened with
shaking.
GameStop when everybody got on some collective mindset shit. Like they really changed the market.
And you notice that the media is not talking about how anyone that held is like up now. Like all those fucking GameStop is back at $200.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
AMC is at $14 now.
Mhm.
So, and the media is not saying that. They only talked about how everybody lost, and now they're not saying shit about how this shit bounced back.
No, they don't want to talk about
that's
the
how
wins.
they trick. That's how
Yeah.
they trick you. Like,
Yeah, and that's
and most people already sold. Like, even I took some of it L, but I still freaking got money. I'm still up 100% on my fucking AMC. So
Shoot it.
yeah, shit.
I took some of it L, and then I just like, all right, I let that stay. Let that shit sit. That shit is back. And I cashed out a little bit.
Yeah.
Bought myself something.
I
Little
see.
jacket. Bought myself a little jacket.
Little Margiela.
Hey, when he hopped out, I was like, okay. That's what I love to see, though. Niggas love to see that, man. That's what I'm talking about. Shit. What y'all, man, are y'all excited for things to start opening up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna wait it out, like I said last time, but it's a good step forward. I want to see some progress. I want to see some little waves.
What are you willing to do to go outside?
I'm gonna go outside. I ain't know.
What's the, let me rephrase that. What do you want to do first?
Movies.
Movies
Movies?
off top,
Me too.
man. Movie theaters.
I'm
like the
considering going to a
first thing.
movie today. Like, I'm thinking about going today. I don't even know what's playing. I might pull up.
I mean, I went to a few drive-ins throughout the
yeah.
pandemic, but it's not the same, man. I gotta.
Oh, the Comedy Store. That's what I want.
Oh, that would be
I
fun.
want to see some live comedy. Now they're doing like some place outside, but then you got helicopters and
Oh,
shit
yeah.
flying over. You got
Yeah.
ambulances and
LA
shit.
loud. I don't know. If they can do like
Drive-in shows. I don't know if you're really connecting with a live entertainer who's speaking and wants.
I never. Did anybody
direct
catch a
comeback.
drive-in show?
I
Did you
didn't.
see
That's what
one?
I'm saying. They're doing one at the Rose Bowl. The Comedy Store is actually doing it at the Rose Bowl
Okay.
with like Bill Burr and Eliza and like Daniel Rawlings.
Let's go.
I'm down to try that experience too.
I'm gonna look up
I'll
the
get
tickets.
I'll get the tickets right now.
Oh yeah, that sounds fun. I'll
Shoot
pull
it.
up to that.
So besides that, yeah, shit, just bumping new music. That Joyce Rice.
Yo,
Are you
I
seeing
was
that
listening to that
shit?
last night. Yo, it's a vibe. It's really a vibe. It was really good. It's great to see her level. I remember she had a song with like the homie Waju like a couple years ago, and now she got. I seen she had like Lucky Day on the album and Freddie
She
Gibbs
had
on the
Masego
album.
on there?
Yeah, Masego. Yeah, like she's that album is fire.
I was
Fire.
fuck with it. It's like some fucking new R&B 90s shit.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
like
definitely
with the
getting added
fucking,
to the playlist.
but with the updated sounds and the bass and the
Yeah.
fucking everything. So I fuck with all that shit.
yeah, she fire.
Nice.
She definitely fire.
IE.
I
I don't know
where
if she's from LA. I think she's from LA. I'm assuming that she's LA.
I seen Cam post it, so I just fucking
Oh.
clicked on it, and then
yeah, her shit is fire.
that shit was dope.
She's been really good for a long time. She's kind of like a Doja Cat, not like musically, but I just mean like somebody who was really active even when they were at a lower level. like Doja Cat used to be doing shows in Lamert and on all these other little places. I would see her out, and then from there, now you see she dropped that song "Moo," and then it really changed up.
Yeah.
But the same thing with Joyce.
Yeah.
Like Joyce had a lot of really good features in
Yeah.
like early LA Dom Kennedy songs and stuff like that. Like I remember her being on like the OPM
Yeah.
one of the projects. So it's dope to see her level up now. Like we
She's
need
fire.
that. We need that good R&B. I've been listening to I'm having like this mixed emotion about it, but I was listening to that Justin Bieber song, Peaches. He had just did like this Tiny
Yeah.
Desk performance of it, and I just feel like it's too fast. Like the lyrics and the mood of it feels slow, but it's like they're trying to give it to me like it's a fast bop. But the people who are on it, I'm used to hearing them sing slow. I'm not really a Justin Bieber listener like that. I'm talking about the featured artists, Giveon, and Daniel Caesar.
Oh, he's tapping into that crowd. I see what
Yeah,
he's
see,
doing. I see what he's doing. Yeah.
both of those guys are like very
Yeah.
sultry, slow singing
Mhm.
singers, and this song, even in the way that those two artists delivered their verses, it felt more smooth. Like I feel like I was like, this shit should be turned down or like drop the BPMs a little bit. Like this should be some smooth Southern Peach kind of vibe, but it's turned into like a bop, like a dancey bop.
Like a pop star type vibe, or
Yeah, I mean it's Justin Bieber. It's Justin Bieber, so that is what it is. Did you guys see that tweet about what was it like? Remember in Atlanta when Paperboy was playing in the basketball game against the fake Justin Bieber, and then Justin Bieber like turns his hat forward and he's like, "This is me. I'm the real Justin Bieber." He's like, "I actually love Christ, and I'm gonna sing this new song for my album Justice." That was in 2017, and that's exactly what Justin Bieber is on today.
yeah.
He loves Christ. If you don't know, he's a big
I don't know much about him. Actually, I don't.
and he got a new album named Justice. Yeah,
All right, so good for him.
Nah, that's pretty funny.
yeah, I can't even call that shit.
Yeah.
Anybody get their stimmies?
Nuh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I have not got stimulated.
yeah, me neither.
I gotta do my taxes. I haven't
Yeah,
done my
same
taxes.
here.
Stimmy.
Stimmy? You got stimmies in the house?
So this is a photograph of America. The two white guys in the room got it, and all the minorities did not.
I got it.
What the fuck? I'm
I
playing.
got mine.
You got yours?
I got mine.
Oh, you got yours? All right.
I just didn't
You're
wanna
fucking up the joke, no?
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck up the joke. I was trying to. My joke in not saying it was because everybody around me like, no, I didn't get it. I'm like, oh yeah, me neither.
What you gonna cop with it? What you gonna do with your stimmy?
I threw that
You
shit.
gotta flip it.
Yeah, exactly. I threw most of that shit in my savings so like I did the other ones. I'm gonna have a meeting with DC about my stock
Yeah, give it
investments.
to DC.
We'll put you on, man.
And then I was able to, from what I already had in my savings, I grabbed like one of these Shure mics right here. So I've been cooking up at the crib already. Like I love recording at the house. That's where I do a lot of my references, or if I have to do a verse or something like that.
You get
before
the
I go to the
flow,
studio.
mumbles.
Yeah.
It's super fun,
Yeah.
and it came with like a whole like little desk mount and new headphones and stuff like that. So I'm just in a great space over the last few days. Like I just been
that's what's up.
recording in the crib. I'll play you guys some stuff that I made later. But yeah, that's all I've been doing, and just watching stuff, which I've been watching.
Snowfall.
Yeah, I've been trying to
Snowfall.
catch up on Snowfall.
You gotta have to close your ears
Yeah,
for this
man.
one.
Earbuds.
Gotta step out the room, bro. 'cause-
He gets up. Nah, but for real, like this, the end of what was it, episode 4
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
new
episode
season.
4.
That shit
Yeah.
fucked me up, gave me a headache. Like in the moment, because I was so like,
Oh, because
I was dialed in, like hell yeah, nigga, like yeah,
Yeah, like ride
he
on
was,
him.
yeah, he was
yeah.
doing some work. He's, and then he pulled the 9 like he was about to get serious.
Right.
And then when I saw what happened, I was like, oh my god, like I felt like I was him. Like oh man, I
fucked
I
up.
fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up.
Everybody that like defies Franklin, their life just goes to shit, bro. Like, they do
Yeah.
some dumb shit and it fucks them up. Like, bro, you should just fell in line.
But the sickest
fuck?
shit, yes, too. But the sickest shit about it is he wouldn't even be in that situation if Franklin hadn't pulled the trigger on that whole situation.
Yeah.
It would have not even happened. Scully would not be after Leon if
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't for that situation that he set up between him and Manboy. So it's funny like that. Like it's Franklin's own fault, but it's if you would have listened to Franklin when he said, "Hey, they coming at us, you need to."
Yeah, like be smart
Yeah.
about it, nigga. We can't just go out there and shoot him in broad. Like what Leon did was dumb as fuck. Like that was broad
Yeah, it was
daylight.
stupid.
You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah,
Now he's laying low and it's all bad.
It was the ice cream man's fault, bro. He was the one who crossing the street, had them hemmed up right next to each
Oh,
other. That's
yeah.
his fault. Should have.
And how did that fool get shot? They're shooting at each
For
other.
real? I don't know.
Hey.
Yeah, it really didn't make no sense. How did he get hit? Yeah.
Hey, bullets ricochet, man. That shit, you might catch a stray.
Yeah.
You gotta run, dog. Shit.
Yeah, that shit is sick. But it's also like a real testament to what was going on in those early 90s when the gang shit was getting
Oh,
crazy.
yeah, it was
and
wild.
people were getting shot in broad daylight.
Innocent
and
bystanders.
they never hit the person that they trying to hit. They in that whole episode, if you notice, nobody got hit. There was 2 drive-by shootings and nobody got hit except for innocent bystanders. somebody sitting there eating their meal. You know, the little girl in the back seat. Like that shit was fucked up. Like really fucked up. And it's a true testament of what was going on at that time. It was sick.
Yeah, that was a wild spot because now Franklin's caught in between both of these niggas, like Scully and Manboy.
What would y'all
Fucked
do?
up.
Would you turn your man in?
I mean, you would have to do something clever to like set them niggas up, you know, but he didn't even really get a chance
That
to.
didn't work for him last
He didn't
time.
get a chance to though. Nah, he was trying to pit them against each other, but like they wanted him to turn Leon over, so you would have to do something to set him up, you know.
Yeah,
You just gotta take both of those niggas out because after they fall, that shit's yours, you know.
true. I don't even know what to do. What would there be to do with Leon too? Because he's really fucked up now. Like mentally, I don't even think he's gonna be able to really bounce back from that.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, it's a wrap. But I mean, it's only getting better. Like the story's only getting better.
Is this the last season?
I'm not sure.
I'm not. I thought it would be because with John Singleton's passing, but I don't know.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it because if it's still loosely based on Freeway, Ricky Ross,
I was just seeing that Freeway is not. He don't fuck with the show at all. He does not watch the show. John Singleton had reached out to him before to try to get him to be a consultant on the show, but he basically told him no because Freeway's trying to tell his own story and do his own thing. I think he has a Netflix documentary that really tells the real story. But he said I watched the interview with him on Vlad, and he was saying like they hit me up like, "Hey man, like we run out of material and da da da." But that's his story. You know, he's trying to hold on to his equity too because bro's been. His story's been ripped apart so many times. He couldn't even get his name from Rick Ross. You know
got
what
his
I'm saying?
name stolen from him, bro.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's hard to approach a man who he don't even got his name talking about. Hey, I'm making this show based on your life, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing it." So, I'd imagine they're either gonna get more creative with the writing and stuff like that. It may turn into Power or
I hope not, man.
some type of shit.
I hope not.
Yeah, man. Snowfall is definitely better than Power. I can say that for sure. I watched all of Power too.
Even the spinoffs with
I watched the spinoff with Tariq. I did, but I skipped a big part of it, and I made it all the way to like the end. But it's just some shit just. I think we were talking about that on the last episode. Some shit just feels like a money grab, like a cash grab. The show stopped being good a long time ago, and now they're like, oh, let's.
Well, there's not a lot of black
nostalgia.
shows. First off, you know what I mean.
True,
So if there's
true.
a black show with longevity like that, you kind of feel obligated to support it. But from what I've seen, the earlier episodes, it came out like around the time Empire came out. So I was just like, I can't fuck with
that. Always
either
comes
of
down
those.
to like my
Yeah.
I always support things off top, especially if it's black films or black cinema and black media.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm gonna critique that shit and be like, yo, if this shit is whack, it's whack.
I can't fuck with Power. You know.
I liked Power. I can't fuck with Empire anymore. Like I remember I watched it at the beginning because I was
You
I
were watching.
I watched the first season, but I hate Terrence Howard too. I'm not a Terrence Howard fan, man. Hey man, I don't like Terrence Howard, man. All he do is just throw on the main and he think he from a whole nother place. Like nigga, I can tell it's you.
I seen a nigga had dreads. I was like, oh no.
They put him in jail.
I
They
can't
put
fuck
him
with
in
it.
jail, and he thought he was recording like Gucci Man in like a broom closet or
good.
some shit. Man, got me. That shit had me tight. But
Yeah, I tried to watch both of those. Couldn't really pull me in.
the Power thing, they're doing
But
so
I
many more
always hear
spinoffs.
so much good stuff about Power, but I
Couldn't get into
I don't know.
it?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to watch it, but it was like felt like slow, kind of like.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah,
It really is a soap opera, you know.
it's drama. I feel like it's 50 Cent. Really, it's 50 Cent telling the story about how he hates his son. Like that's basically the whole shit. Because he's like, it's like the story of the shit. Like what we
His
know
real
about
life,
50 Cent selling
yeah,
drugs
yeah.
and da da da. But then it gets into this other weird space where even from like early on, you see fathers and sons turning on each other like over and over, like
Like a reoccurring theme?
yeah, for real. Like early in season 1 and stuff like that, like 50 has a son, and then 50 kills his own son, and because he wouldn't kill Ghost like he wanted him to, and then Ghost tries to kill, or 50 tries to kill Ghost, and then he survives, and then 50 tries to get it Ghost son Tariq, and then fucking Tariq kills his father. So it's just really like, and then knowing 50 Cent's real life, I'm like, damn nigga, you really don't like your son, huh? Because it's bleeding into your
There's
organs.
some repressed trauma. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I just noticed that little thing.
I
just
do
like,
know that him and his son have that crazy and weird.
Oh, they beefing.
Beef.
They've been beefing.
Yeah, that's just a trip. Like
It's
like,
weird.
What the.
Yeah,
his son started fucking with all of his enemies and shit, all of his ops. He's appearing in their videos and shit.
It's funny
like,
to hear
wow.
50 talk about him. Like, he's like, fuck that guy, bro. That's your child. That's your child. How you?
Nah,
how
he's
you
an
be on
op.
that?
He's an op. That's what 50 is.
Hey, did you guys see the Kirk Franklin beef with his son?
No.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't actually see the clip, but I seen people like talking about.
I seen
it.
the jokes, yeah.
Yeah,
but I
I seen
didn't
the
know what they were
jokes.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I saw the jokes.
Yeah, I saw the jokes too. That's more than that's all I really saw. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I seen someone like trying to like pity him, and then they were like basically talk to him like a human, blah blah blah, and they're like, he's freaking 30 years old, blah blah, and then someone was like, and they're like, he's a human. They're like, man, humans the main ones that need to get cussed out. Like,
for real.
Hey, one thing about black people, man, we'll turn some really serious shit into some hilarious jokes. I really fuck with that.
There's so much to unpack there just in that sentence alone because. I mean, we didn't been through the worst of it, and we still find comedy in it. Like that's just the best way to get through a bad situation.
That's how we handle it.
Cracking jokes on,
Yeah.
like cracking jokes, making the white people mad. Like, that's just funny. That's just be funny.
Twitter's top tier.
Black Twitter, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Twitter's the place that you get most of the jokes. I'm actually getting into TikTok a little bit too because it gives me the Vine, like being on Vine feels. Just like swiping and just seeing like hilarious jokes and stuff like that. But
if you want to dance, just dance. So you ain't gotta
Nah,
explain to us.
I'm not
gonna
there for
judge
the
you, man.
dances.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
here.
Do
judge
your
you.
thing, dog.
Go for it.
Nah,
Do your thing, dog.
I'll probably, I'll set up a little
I get it.
TikTok challenge or whatever
Yeah.
for them, not for me, but for them. But
Hey.
Cabbage. Got it.
no,
You just-
it's too late. It's too late for that one.
You just
for
need
real.
a
Bro,
song.
they bring songs
Yeah.
back, bro.
I know,
They
I
were-
know.
Like just the other day, they were doing freaking chicken head shots.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit's
I
coming
forgot about
back.
that.
You know, I
Project
gotta
Pat.
buy some ribs for the Cadillac.
Oh yeah, that one's fun when they change clothes.
Got
the
a whole
girls
new
change clothes.
generation. Listen to Project
Yeah.
Pat, man. That's what's up. I
Have you
fuck
seen
with
the
that.
one with that guy when he was like, "What you trying to get into?"
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That nigga with the nigga with the
Yeah.
glasses.
Oh,
Yeah,
Man,
that
he's
dude's
too
comedy is
funny.
kind of a trip. Like it'd be like it's like kind of like weird, but then it's like so awkward that like, and then he always takes it to just to an extra level that it makes it funny. Like I'm
Yeah.
like at first I'm like this dude ain't funny, but then he just like keeps escalating the situation. Like
Yeah, the what you trying to get into part is when it gets even more awkward
Yeah.
because he'd be like, "What that baby looking like?" It's like, "What that baby trying to get into?" It's like, "What?" Yeah, TikTok got the jokes for sure, and
Yeah.
Twitter for sure. That's why I stay off of Facebook. Because it's too serious.
Facebook is just your aunts and uncles who are fucking
Yeah.
promoting their
Yeah,
agenda on you.
yeah, promoting
Yeah.
the agenda.
I
selling
just
some-
go there when I want smoke. Like I
Tell
just
me
want to
to-
disrupt somebody's
Exactly.
life. I want to go disrupt somebody. Like I'm like, oh, shut your. let's
And
go
it's
here.
because that's that generation's first social media. Like we have MySpace or Black Planet or whatever you guys
Oh
have.
yeah, yeah.
Black
So it's
Planet.
like,
Black
so
Planet.
we fucking like.
You was on Black Planet?
I was. you know, I like Black women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that about.
But like we gradually got social media.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
fucking 40 something with their views ready, and they just got it.
Just dropped on their head, bro.
And then
They know
dropped
what
on
to
their
do
head. Now
with
they're
it.
in the game,
Yeah.
contacting all their old high school friends.
Yo,
So-
old people be wilding on Facebook.
Yeah,
though,
bro.
dog.
Yes.
There's like
Yes.
no rules on that
Facebook
shit.
is super messy.
Yeah.
It's sloppy. People overshare so much because there's no cap to your character, so you can just type and type and type. I hate it. I hate it. I like to people write a whole think piece. I was like write some little shit to just like disrupt them, and then just turn the notifications off. It's like because I don't want to hear none of it. Because I hate that about that. Like anything I comment on, I'm in this like
Yeah.
conversation and everybody
Yeah.
posting shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Like I said what I said, and I want to get out of here. Like
Yeah.
That's why I use. That's how I use Facebook. I go in there, say what I want to say, and then I'm off. I'm off of it. Like
DC coming like fucking Jeff Hardy off the fucking top rope, fucking Swanton
yeah,
bomb.
I see you be going in.
I'll go.
Do you
Yeah,
see
when
me
I'm
going
going
in?
I'll go as long until I fucking break someone. Like you're gonna fucking get. I'm gonna fucking break you. Like you're gonna get what I fucking tried to fucking deliver to you. Like you're gonna fucking get this message delivered.
I've seen you going on sale before.
Shout out Selvin.
Shout out to Selvin. What's so funny about he's going to become a part of this podcast in essence because he is like that homie that you have that just like used to be around and you thought he was on some woke shit and then he just went too far. That's where.
But at the same time, let's have him on and let him defend himself.
Yeah.
Let him see what he has to say.
Yeah, we should set that up. Shoot the text.
Because I'm so cool with him.
I'm not saying I'm not cool with him, but I just like to talk shit to him. That's the only thing.
I like, man,
That's what
I can't.
Yeah, I do that on Facebook. I talk shit to him on Facebook. He's still the homie. Like that's I wish no harm upon him, but just saying like he be saying some dumbass shit.
Just for the camera.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. Motherfuckers be talking too much. Motherfuckers want freedom of speech and freedom of freaking consequence. It don't work like that. You can't just pop off and nobody like it don't work like that.
Yeah, it's not the world we living in.
Just say some shit and just
yeah,
little net bangers.
It's like two sides, like fools that act like they want to be freely saying things, but like really you want to be able to say whatever you want without anybody saying you anything. And then you have these other people that are like sensitive as hell. And it's like, man, it's just annoying. Like everything's not like
that
it's like,
deep.
can we like be in the middle somewhere? Like it's like both like you guys like
I just like to laugh. Just want to be able to laugh.
Like it's ridiculous.
I don't want to like I'm not the
Just
kind of
like
person
with
that
the
says
Kirk
some wild
Franklin
shit.
thing, like they're like saying, "Oh, he's a human. Don't talk to him like that. That's his son. He's a grown ass man. Like, what kind of shit? Like, that's how far we gone to like sympathy. Is we're like taking sympathy for grown ass adults. Like, grown ass adults don't even have to take accountability.
It's just outrage culture, man. Like everybody, you need to find something to get outraged. Like people wake up and look for shit to fucking get upset about.
They really do.
Wake up, man.
Like,
I don't understand.
Can you believe this?
That's a terrible way to live, bro. Like I don't.
I've seen the ongoing joke of like people like will post like, so what we mad about today?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they'll be mad about it all day. Yeah. They retweet about it all day. They feel like, I really did my due diligence. They go to sleep. They find a new issue just to hop into. Like they're like part-time activists, fucking media consumption.
The whole goal of Twitter is to not be it for that day. There's always one nigga that's it.
Yesterday, Quavo was it. Yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Quavo was it yesterday.
You don't want to be it like that. Yeah.
And the day before that was Deshaun. Well, the whole week was Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
That nigga was wilding those massage tables, bro.
God.
Those massage tables, dog. He's fucking tripping.
So gross.
Brought his own towel, the little hand
the little tiny towel.
Hand towel, man.
It be motherfuckers like him. That's why people are so damn sensitive because niggas like that are out there really being gross like that. Like he was tripping.
His whole appearance and like personality is like clean cut image, and like somebody look up to.
I didn't see that coming, honestly.
And he been on those massage tables just fucking
rolling around.
Rolling around. Yeah. Oh, God. It's so nasty.
It's getting hot here.
Oh, man.
Too hot for TV.
It's not funny. It's not a joke.
That shit is funny. It is.
I mean, in itself, shout out, to the victims.
You do it to yourself.
Who?
He did.
Oh.
Yeah, but we were talking too about like it's like a weird ongoing thing with this like predator, like rich people thing. Like it's like, bro, you have all this money, like you could like pretty much pay like a 10 to like
hire a sex worker, man.
Yeah,
stop being
like what do you
stop being weird and just hire a sex worker,
and then
man.
like, but we're saying like it has to be like some like feeling of like they need them to feel like awkward. They need them out of their like
power.
So like I'm like, bro, this shit's a trip.
That's what's
like,
predatory
bro,
about it. That's what's
you
predatory
could like
about
have
it.
Any girl, like you, like literally,
they don't
like
want no. They don't want any girl. They want a girl that doesn't want them.
They want power.
They want a girl behind a locked door. Like that's their energy, and that's some sick shit.
Yeah, bro,
but
that shit's crazy.
Hold up, because look at this whole predatory shit. Like they canceled Pepe Le Pew for predatory behavior. Like let's have this conversation at the school grade level. Let's talk about why we should watch out for these type of guys or these type of women or whatever. Let's have these conversations.
You should use that cartoon as a reference.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not cancel
look
it.
at Pepe. She keeps saying no, and Pepe keep going. That's what we're not doing.
Pepe was going hard. Pepe was going hard.
Remember that joke? Chappelle? He's like, sometimes you got to take the pussy like Pepe.
Oh, Chappelle.
The Chappelle joke, yeah. But that's a bad lesson.
Calling him rape skunk. Like
rape skunk. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Show the kids. Tell them. Let's
that's
start the dialogue.
Name, rape skunk.
like he was saying though, I saw someone suggest that like instead of canceling them, they should have like made it a thing where like they
Do a lesson on him. Why this is bad.
Like, hey, don't do that, and then show him like progressing to like actually learning how to approach a woman. You know, like
people will be upset about that too. Like people are upset that they canceled him out of Space Jams.
Well,
but
that's because
people will be upset about like, oh, you're too woke now. You're fucking giving him a lesson. Like, oh, I get it, man. But
I wish they would have had that. That would have been dope to see LeBron have a consent conversation with
LeBron.
Pepe. Like,
I don't want to see LeBron.
But there is.
I don't want to see LeBron.
I need that
Pepe Le
tape. I
Pew
need to see that tape because
lessons on
it's
how
a
to
part of the
treat women.
movie. It's a part of the movie, but they
I
took
don't
it
wanna
out
see
the
that.
movie. But they said that there's a part of the movie where LeBron has a conversation with Pepe Le Pew about consent. Like, hey, bro, chill. Like, essentially, but they took it out the movie. So they didn't even make the movie.
I feel like that's more like of a good direction to go than just canceling it altogether.
Corrective. You know? I feel like we should have more corrective spaces because it plays back to
like
that space.
I
of,
get
like, can we have a
like, it's
a
kind of
medium?
corny.
Just
but
leave
like,
him out the movie, in my opinion. Just leave him out.
Just leave him out?
Yeah, like it was a bad idea.
I want to see a
in the
video
very
of
beginning.
LeBron talking to nobody,
I don't
like
wanna see
talking
that.
about consent. Like, hey man, sometimes you really gotta chill out.
And then how do you transition back into the basketball game after that? You know what I mean? You can't.
I don't know.
But
Leave
I
it
feel
out.
like that's like it could be like character development for Pepe, so he could continue.
True.
Yeah, so because motherfuckers do gotta
All
grow,
right.
right? Don't they have to grow up?
It's a great idea, but I just don't.
Character development.
It's Space Jam
He
Part
learned,
2.
You know, he learned how to not be rapey.
We're not trying to rehab him. We're just
Yeah. You want to rehab
What's
a
the
cartoon?
situation?
You gotta rehab the cartoon, bro.
No, I hear
But
that.
it's an issue. Obviously, we have an issue in
Yeah,
our
it's bad,
culture.
yeah.
I agree.
It's
I
an
agree.
issue. Like,
I agree.
so
I hear. I see the vision.
We have the character right there to use to fucking growth and treat and show like, all right, this is how
Damn,
you
hey, that's such a
approach
bar.
women and blah blah blah. Don't be freaking being all rapey and thirsty and all this. This is not cool. Like, you know, that would be like a cool way for them.
I
to do it.
hear you.
But,
I see the bar.
I mean,
see
they
it.
cancel. I don't care either way, but
Yeah.
I mean, that would be like a cool thing that they could try to do. But it's already,
Yeah,
know,
you can't do
it's
that with
already
R. Kelly. You can't do that
Yeah,
with.
threw
But
him
you
away,
can take
like-
a cartoon and be like, "Yo, look." One day, like Pepe Le Pew used to be like this. He was wilding until one day, you know, Bugs Bunny set him down, told him what was up, and now he changed so life.
They cut him from the team after that. Like, bro,
Yeah, he got kicked off.
you got kicked
Toon
off the squad. Yeah.
It's crazy though. When you really think about it though, like the shit, like when you like we were really watching that shit, like
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Like, he
and
was
it was
tripping.
normal, like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
wild. Even
No, there's episodes where fucking they're in blackface on Looney Tunes. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like so why? That's what I'm saying. Like, let's stop trying to cancel everything. Let's talk about why this is bad. They're
Mhm.
tearing down statues of slave owners or trying to remove people off dollar bills. Like, let's talk about this. Let's talk
I'm
about
okay
this
with that,
actual
though.
history.
I mean, I
Tear them
agree.
statues
Let's
down.
stop trying to
I don't
I feel
burn
like
it.
it's a little bit
But
of
let's
both,
stop
though.
trying to burn or bury history and let's talk about.
Yeah.
America's known for that. They don't really want to acknowledge. They don't want to
accountability.
acknowledge
No,
our
that's
past. So they rather just tear the statue
Yeah.
down. I understand that part of
Like,
it.
what if the slave owner had a rehab and you want to show him up?
but these
No, but yeah, but I get the point that what Aaron and DC are saying because it's they're less of saying like instead of just putting a Band-Aid over it and saying
Yeah.
like, oh, this doesn't
Right.
exist, we're better than this now.
Yeah.
We need to have a real conversation about
What
the fact that
happened?
we're not better than this.
Yeah.
But
He's gonna
these
keep
these
showing
statues
himself.
were put up like in the 70s though. They weren't put up like when these niggas are alive, bro. They put this shit up recently, you know?
Yeah, so I agree, but I
Tear
also
that shit
I understand
down.
what you're saying. Like, get that shit out of here.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need to have a real conversation about why it's here in the first place. Why
Yeah.
is it so recent? Like the statue was only put up in the 70s. We need to get it out of here, but at the same time, let's talk about how it's still surviving all the way.
I
this
mean, we've
long.
been talking about it. A lot of people ain't trying to listen to
Well,
that shit. They just don't want these. They want those statues up because of what it represents. You know what I mean?
But there's also no accountability from the United States government level for a number of things. Because if we own up to certain stuff and say like, oh, we did this, we fucked up. There's so many other stones
But
that
look,
need
they'll
to get
say
unturned.
it.
You
They'll
can't
say
start
it, and
that.
then they'll be like, "Yeah, we fucked up, but get over it. It was a long time ago."
Basically, yeah,
you know?
basically. That's about. Never forget 9/11, but forget slavery for sure. That's like the whole thing. Like
It's still people are still sensitive, man. That's why
racism.
Myers Leonard was able to throw that slur out there.
Oh,
And he felt
yeah, you're talking
comfortable,
about
bro,
that.
on
Oh,
Twitch.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
you try to blame it on high blood sugar.
nah, that was a
No,
different
that was
guy.
Oh, is that a different guy?
guy?
Oh, it's a
That was
different guy.
Yeah,
Who? Oh, you're talking about the dude from
basketball-
Twitch.
yeah. The basketball players on Twitch, and he
yeah,
said
yeah.
the slur
He
towards
said-
Jewish
what did he say?
people.
What was his?
It was
his
the K
excuse?
word.
The K word towards Jewish people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What was his excuse for that? Because I know they always.
I
He
didn't
have
read
an
his
excuse.
apology.
He was like, "Oh, I didn't know what that word meant, and now I'm working with the Jewish
it is.
community
There it
to
is. There it
educate
is.
myself
That's
on."
that song.
Bro, that's
that
an
you
old
sing.
ass. That's an old ass slur, man. If you got that shit in your back pocket, man, you know what it means.
It's been
Oh,
passed
yeah,
down
yeah.
from generation to generation.
Yeah. That's the song that they sing. That's why I was saying, what's his excuse? What's his thing? Because there's always, like you said, there's no accountability, and no one ever really truly gets canceled. But everybody who does do some fucked up shit in the media, they always sing that same song of like,
But
I
gaming culture
apologize.
is pretty harsh, though. It's brutal, man. Like
Super racist.
Yeah, like
the
they'll
time.
drop, the F bomb, the N bomb on there all the time.
I hear
just to
N-bomb
be,
all the time.
just to
I'm
be
like,
edgy, man. Just to be
I
edgy,
can tell
bro.
you're fucking black. I can hear it.
Because I'll be playing Madden, I'll beat somebody. I'm not gonna have a headset, but their mic will be activated.
Oh yeah.
Be like, man, and I'm like, God damn.
Hey, do that again. They say what?
I'm not trying to. You're not getting me saying it.
No, I know you.
But they said it
I
all
know
the
you
time.
not.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what's so. It's funny about it. And then the other dude the dude who said it on the basketball game.
Oh yeah, that was like a
First
commentator. That was like
announcer.
a commentator.
Yeah.
He was like, I needed a Snickers, so I had to let that N-word fly on me.
It was crazy.
He had diabetes, apparently. and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's like,
I saw
his,
that.
Yeah, he was like, my blood sugar was
low.
like,
acting
oh
up.
man, yeah, that my racism started fucking.
Bro,
I need a Snicker bar.
he seen
Oh
those
my
black kids in
God.
England and lost it, bro.
Hey,
He,
his homie
It
was
was
talking to
tough.
him like, oh man,
Yo. I'm fucking scooted over.
Right, that's how I would get down too. Shit, sorry, Bill.
Bro, they
Can't save
hate
you.
that. They hate the kneeling shit, bro. That
Yeah.
shit like
It
angers
means
them to
something
their
completely
core.
different
I'm
for
like,
them.
bro,
I
It means
don't
something
get it.
completely
It's
different
like-
for them. It's similar to the Black Lives Matter movement. Like what it means and what it translates into when heard by their ears, it's like a real disrespect. And they again, it's like completely missing the message. Like you're talking about
disrespecting our troops and
the
like,
national
Like,
anthem
bro,
and your
just
troops.
Turn
Like,
the,
what are you
turn the
talking
TV
about?
off.
Turn
Jason's
it off,
shadow,
man.
bro. Like,
How long is the national
close
anthem?
your
How long
eyes.
is the national anthem?
That's
Like
my time to
like
get
a minute,
some
2
food,
minutes,
some
2
Come on,
drinks.
man.
Why are you watching national anthem anyways? Just
close
Yeah,
your
like,
eyes. Just
It's
close
time
your
to.
eyes.
You should be pre-gaming.
yeah. Get your little snacks together.
Tailgating. Like,
Get
what
in
the
order.
fuck?
Yeah.
it's funny because it was like an Army Ranger or Green Beret who suggested to Colin Kaepernick to do the kneeling instead of sitting down. Like he felt it was more respectful. Yeah, just to kneel and
Just take a knee.
take a knee. That's you'll honor the troops by taking a knee. But yeah, white people lost it.
Fuck
Stand
up! Get up!
Disrespected the flag, the troops, law
Stand
enforcement, all
Come on,
that.
we stand up for this country.
We
we stand up for
we
that
stand
flag. When that song comes on, you respect it, damn it.
We stand up for this country.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
god! Don't get me started
You
on
don't
this fucking
appreciate-
country, bro.
You don't appreciate this country. It's the greatest country in the world.
I mean, it is comparatively. But,
Depends on how you look at it.
You don't want to go to
It's
China.
all. It's all I know.
Hey, we look at us. Look at us sitting here talking this shit. China wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
China would not let us do it.
It's all I know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Shit, I'm good. We're the bad guys.
It is kind of like that. Says, well, you can say that, but I've never been anywhere else. So.
all I
man.
know.
So funny,
America.
man. This is it's how America is.
So
All right,
welcome to Rad Habits Podcast, episode 3. We're out here just
Capitalism.
I like how we were able to talk about
transition.
some serious shit.
Transition.
Let's transition into speaking of America. Let's talk about the Justice League movie, the Snyder Cut. Right? That's what's more American than fucking Superman and
Captain
Wonder Woman?
America?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Captain True.
Hey, honestly, yeah. I mean, that movie was
Dry.
it was dry. But let me say this: I liked it more than I liked the original cut of the film.
That's
Like,
a low bar, though. That's
I mean, the bar was on the floor already. It sucked. The last movie was trash. Like I hated it. Like I did not like it. And I haven't liked really any of the Batman versus Superman movie. That shit was weak.
I did not
Like
that.
the whole oh man, I can be cool. Like, I'm trying to kill Superman, but his mom got the same name as my mom. So, oh my god, like
I thought that shit was a
like,
joke,
that's
bro.
trash.
I watched it.
weakest plot. It's the
Yeah.
weakest plot. Martha, your mom's name is Martha. My mama dead, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Shit is
but we can
Weak.
save yours.
yeah, for real. Like trash. Anyway, and then there's just like so many like other little stuff.
There's a
that-
lot of plot holes in the story, but you know, I could tell that DC's been trying to recreate the Nolan trilogy ever since he finished filming those 3 Batman movies.
Oh yeah,
They've been trying to
But
make it
they're
dark
not.
and
They're not.
brooding. They haven't been able to recreate that energy. They just have to go in a different direction. I will say I'm excited for the Robert Pattinson
Batman. Yeah, me
you
too.
know, that one looks pretty tight, but
Is that existing in the same universe?
no.
This is some
From what I
totally
heard, it's
separate.
They're all
different,
standalone. They're all
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be different, but I'm excited for that. But everything that DC has done since then, it's just been like, you know, watered down, man. It
their
doesn't
movies
feel like
are,
You saw like the Wonder Woman, the 84 shit.
I could not get to the
What was
first
it?
It
scene.
was trash.
It's like a CG Olympics. I'm
Yeah.
like,
For
what the hell?
real. That shit was.
You can't find
weak.
no locations to shoot at. Like that's just wild.
Yeah. The story was crazy. I was just like, this pointless ass movie.
No, bro.
damn.
MCU gang over here. Fuck that DC.
All time.
they got that Disney money though. Marvel got the Disney money behind them. It's a whole
That's true.
machine. So
Oh wow.
They do
I-
got the money.
Did that
What?
I almost want to say the jokes. I can't even think of the real
Oh,
name.
nigga bird and robot arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet. That's sweet.
That's
That's
funny.
sweet. That be going.
Did you guys watch that
I
one?
watched
I
it.
fell asleep watching it last night.
I watched it. It was you could tell they're setting up Sam to be the new Captain America.
Well, with all these theories, they're
It's-
starting to give people their backstory. Like Wanda and Vision got their little backstory. Loki's getting his own backstory, and
I
then
saw
this
the,
one, the Loki one's gonna be fire. But this is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier backstory.
Yeah.
now.
I really didn't even notice, just going off the Loki point that you made. When they went back in time, Loki got that shit and
He's out.
disappeared.
He's out.
I totally forgot about that in the framework of the story. I totally forgot like where did he go and where how does
And that's
he
where-
play
that's
into
where
the
it wakes
timeline?
up.
So I'm really wondering what's going to
Trying to
happen
tell
there
you, dog.
because you can do anything in that
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Then
really looking
Hawkeye's
forward
getting
to
his
that.
own show. And then I think Mrs. Marvel's getting her own show. It's a new character they're bringing.
Are you
Oh,
doing
yeah.
a She-Hulk too?
She-Hulk's getting her own
Yeah.
show.
Oh wow,
This is
they about to go.
Be
hard.
out
Brad,
space.
They have this shit mapped out to like 2026,
Yeah,
bro.
I've seen-
like
I've
phase
seen the
4 and
calendar,
5 and shit. Yeah,
yeah.
they got this shit mapped out perfectly.
Yeah. We got the
Grinding.
money.
Shoot
Yeah,
it.
for real.
Yeah,
I'm all
yeah,
of it.
yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it. I'm
Yeah, I'm
invested,
watching it.
man. I'm watching this shit since the first Winter Soldier. You know, the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I-
I'm invested.
because I watched WandaVision, it had me go back and watch like the
the
Ultron movie.
Ultron. That one
That
was
shit was
fire.
really good. I really
You gotta
slept
break it in
on
half.
on
It's
that
long.
one.
It's long. You gotta break it in
Yeah.
half.
Yeah.
But that shit was fire.
that movie's
Ultron
good.
was fucking him up.
Yeah, it was. The fight scenes in that were really
Yeah.
dope. Like I honestly like the fight scenes in that more than the Infinity War ones because those are like they're really quick in the
Yeah.
because there's so many characters you can only watch them do
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah.
And then they pan to somebody else. Yeah, like, oh, you saw Spider Man and like Universal Studios, like you just watching all these different characters and shit. But in like Ultron, you watching like really
Hulk
watching them
came
really
down.
catch the fade for like a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, no.
Because
Has
not that many
Marvel ever
characters.
had a bad movie? Because like,
The first 2 Thors are whack.
but see, even when I
Yeah.
go back and watch them though, like I know they're not like the most popular movies, but I still like enjoy them in the scheme of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you know what the story is and how it's gonna unfold, like you
I
go
didn't
back
like
and watch
Captain Marvel, that movie. That was
It was
kinda
forced.
like,
I think it was forced because of the time that Endgame was coming
it.
out.
Oh yeah,
they had to give you her backstory.
Yeah, they had to do that.
or she would just
before
pull
the
up and you'd
movie.
be like, who's
Yeah,
the
it was,
Yeah.
who's this bitch?
Yeah. Oh God.
We can't say. Oh my god.
No, do your thing, bro.
Right.
Yeah, no.
But she's tight. I like her though. I like
We
her.
can say bitch over here. It's all right. Because especially if you don't know the bitch, you can be like, who's this
Who's this
bitch?
bitch? Who is this bitch?
Who is this bitch? I don't know her. Once I get to know her, then I ask her name. Like, hey, who's this girl?
But yeah, they do a good job.
Just so you
Their
know, bitch
storytelling.
is gender fluid, so I'm not trying
Yeah.
to.
Oh, it
put
is. It could have been a
Yeah,
So who's
and
this?
gender neutral, so
Yeah.
it goes both ways.
Facts, bitch. Back to this bitch. Hey, Hit Boy won that bitch. You see that shit? IE got
I
another
deny
Grammy.
it.
That's like
I am anti Grammys.
Oh, you're anti-Grammy? You didn't
yeah.
watch? Oh, so you didn't watch?
Grammys are trash.
Grammys are lame.
I agree.
Grammys are fucking out of touch.
Until
Grammys
an
are
underdog
fake.
wins. Until an underdog wins, and it's like, okay, that's pretty
But
tight,
that was like
you know?
DiCaprio won for The Revenant when he had so many tight roles
Yeah,
before.
for sure.
Yeah,
Nas
yeah.
won for this.
That's what
So
was
many-
crazy for me.
so much
That was
work put
Nas's
in.
first Grammy
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this year, they're like, oh, we're gonna give all these. Like, man, I wouldn't even have shown up, bro.
Dog, when
I'd
Mac
have been like, man, like send me my shit. Like, you guys are
Yeah.
fake as hell. You niggas be giving people awards that don't deserve it. It's a
Yeah,
fucking popularity
true.
contest. It's a corporate bullshit.
Remember when Kendrick
the
lost?
real
Dog, I'm
truest
about to-
fucking
I'm about to
people
say.
for so many
the
times got the
Macklemore.
shaft.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
bro.
right.
Like, nah, I don't support that.
You're
shit
right.
at
There's
all.
been too many times they really missed the
Grammys
ball
are
on
whack.
like on historic moments. Like the last thing that should have happened for Kendrick Lamar on that Good Kid, Mad City was to get.
But
that
hold up, but
motherfucker
hold up. It was Good Kid, Mad City. Nothing was the same by Drake.
Ooh.
Jay-Z, good Magna Carta, which is all right.
Yeah,
And Kanye, Yeezus, and Macklemore won over all those. That's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, that happens
it
every
doesn't make
year.
any
That's been
sense.
happening for
Wow.
years. Like I was, I tweeted, I was
That's
like, bro,
crazy.
15
What
years
was his
ago, a
song?
lot of those fools
The
wouldn't
Thrift
even get
Shop?
invited.
I
bro.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
He was up against like legends.
Yeah, and that's some of their best work.
The
Yeah.
legends, all four.
Yeah.
The
Some of their
legends.
best. I mean, well, Magna Carta, Jay-Z's
Yeah,
not maybe not his
it's
best.
not.
That's maybe not his,
But
but
those are the albums-
nothing was the same. Like, are you serious?
Nothing was the same as Wayfire.
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Come on, like-
yeah, that was a classic.
Yeah, bro. Get out of,
I
don't
can
care.
understand.
We
I mean,
got nothing
Good
to talk
Kid, Mad
about.
City, nothing was the same. Like, it should be
I would
really
not-
between them. Who
I
the fuck
would
is
not show
Macklemore
up,
at this
bro.
point?
I would not show up.
That's
I would not
why.
show up.
That's why Kanye pissed in his Grammy.
Yeah.
He
I
said-
watched it for the performance. I watched the Grammys. Sorry,
forgot
I
he
missed the
Yeah, he
performance.
did that, bro. Fuck it.
I saw Roddy Rich kind of complaining about that shit. Like, fucking all these old niggas. Like,
Oh
you
yeah,
pissing
Roddy
on the
Rich got
Grammys.
beat by fucking Savage. The box got beat by Savage. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
it's
bro.
crazy. That was
Come
crazy
on.
that
Sap bougie. Like, come on. That's
That
better than
Megan
the
won
box.
all
Get
of
out of
those.
here, bro. Horny won.
That was a
Horny fucking
Horny
won
won
the
the Grammy. Yeah.
That was a TikTok. That was one of the first TikTok songs though. That Savage.
must have- yeah,
So
true.
like it's because of TikTok.
And
all
Beyonce,
that
yeah,
shit.
it had Beyonce on there. It's kind of hard to. Yeah.
Grammys
You
are
like
whack.
off-
I don't care. Grammys are whack,
Yeah.
bro. This shit's lame.
Well, I like seeing Hit Boy win. I like seeing him. His production. He had a great year musically from
Yeah.
everything he did with Big Sean, all the postmortem Nipsey releases that he's a part of, and then for him to get a great album off of Nas and hearing Nas like shout out to IE and all that. Like I really liked the album, so it was dope to see that kind of win. But overall, yeah, it was like kind of like cheesy. Like the whole, I watched the performances and I watched like a lot of.
I just watched her do a Lipa. She could do no wrong in my eyes. She's amazing.
It was. I never really got into her music like that, but I have heard. I heard that levitating song that she has. It's a bop for sure.
Yeah, I've heard her radio.
She reminds me like a Katy Perry.
No. Don't disrespect.
No, I'm sorry. Don't disrespect.
No.
I saw somebody on
No,
Twitter.
she's like
said
a,
no.
no.
Dua Lipa.
Somebody I saw a tweet about her and they were just like, they're like, Dua Lipa's giving me Britney energy, and they're like, chill out, she's Katy Perry at best. Like, and I agree. That's where I'm at.
I
But her music is fire though. I thought it was dope seeing like the performances, the way it was done, because it was a lot of like underground people that I wouldn't have thought would make it up to that point. And now seeing like the baby is like a real deal pop star. Like I watched his performance and he had white ladies in the back singing as a choir and shit like that, and he was like, it was dope seeing those kind of artists go up there. Seeing Lil Baby do that protest
I
joint.
saw
Oh,
that he did.
that Silk Sonic was fire.
Oh yeah, oh yes, that
That was fire. Their song is dope, but they did a Little Richard cover. Did you see that?
I did see that. That was fire too. I feel like there's people aren't really highlighting that as much, but that was really
ridiculous.
dope. Yeah, they smashed that. That's what I mean. Like I like seeing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like watching the Grammys. You seeing like Anderson .Paak and Hit Boy and all these names. Like these people were like just a few years ago were like just above the underground. Like it's dope to see him win in that regard. But again, like we know the Grammys is trash. Like they always
A
miss
lot
the
of
Niggas
mark.
been boycotting the
That's what I'm saying.
Grammys,
That's what I'm saying.
man.
They like tap. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like now like tap. Like the last maybe like 2-3 years, they've been trying to like tap in more with like what's right. Correct.
Yeah.
Like, because even too with there was a whole drama too with the whole Spanish trap thing. Like they were giving those fools barely started getting their fucking
Yeah,
their
and Bad Bunny
awards.
performed too. I saw that as well.
They were all pissed off because they were like basically giving these other Spanish artists like the industry ones, that no one's listening to. When
Yeah.
these fools are literally getting paid like on English radio, like they're playing these Spanish songs and these fools aren't getting their awards. Like, so but now, like I'm saying, they've been giving SoundCloud people and like the Thundercat guys, Pierre got one.
Oh yeah,
that was
yeah,
dope.
yeah,
all
that
these
was dope.
people
Yeah.
got one. Like,
But see, that's why it
still,
feels
like,
good. It feels good to see underdogs win a
that's what I'm saying.
Grammy.
It's
in
good
those
that they're
levels, yeah.
changing, but I feel like it should still be like a boycott type thing. Like, you could thank you for it, but don't even show up. Don't tune in. Like until they can show that they keep doing that, and then maybe give them like the attention. But I don't like other than that.
Yeah, it's gonna take a long. It took them that many years to get on the right track. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like put all my energy into it in the first
And
like
then
2-3
too,
years.
people
of
like
getting it right.
Doja, Meg Thee
Yeah, that was dope. That was
Stallion.
dope,
No,
yeah.
but I'm saying those people, Anderson .Paak, those people, their industry, like they already gotten taken in. Like they're like fucking.
they're big.
You know,
They're
they're like
mainstream.
in.
They're pretty mainstream
You know,
already. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
were like in the mix, but like they got taken in. They're freaking like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blown. Yeah, Anderson .Paak is literally like a top tier artist.
Like
Same thing with
the
Doja Cat,
main
too.
one that was like a surprise to me was Pierre. Like everyone else was kind of like, I'm like, yeah, they freaking have like one. They're like one of the best labels now. Like of course they're gonna freaking.
They got that machine behind
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
like-
So
Yeah, that's true. That shit's so fire. Hey, you guys see? This is just super off topic. Y'all see Joe Biden fall down the stairs?
I
Day
did.
trip.
That shit was so
Poor
funny.
guy.
he old,
Hey,
man.
but I love how
He's
he
old
when he
as
got
hell.
up there, he's like, I'm out. That would have been the last time you saw me
Old as
outside.
hell.
That would have been so embarrassing enough for me to be like, oh, and I'm done. Like, I'm never going to that place again. Like,
Good old Sleepy Joe. Fuck.
yeah,
we gotta stop electing these old ass white niggas, bro. What the fuck?
crazy, right? Like, who?
Hella old. They're like, is he gonna survive the 4
Hey,
years?
What if he
Like,
would have slipped and fell down them all the way down those fucking steps?
broke
It would've
a
been
hip.
Bro,
bad.
I was saying,
What a
like,
broken
after
hip.
65, those fools should just have to retire, bro.
There should be a
'cause
limit on
after
that
then,
shit.
You're, like, out of touch, bro. These fools are, like, 80, 70,
Yeah.
fucking, like, bro, you've been rich for, like, 50 years,
out of
30
touch,
years,
for
bro.
real.
You don't know shit about a regular American. Like, you're over here trying to make rules for me. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You don't know shit.
Yeah, you said. I mean,
Old-ass motherfuckers,
oh yeah,
bro.
sure.
Like I was telling my girl, I was like, bro, I hope that like I don't see a lot of it, but like one of her friends, she knows someone that recently like got in like office in Fontana, and I was like, man, that's what we need. Like less of these people like talking on the internet and people like really going after these jobs and like getting young people and like
Making
people being,
moves.
you know, that
Yeah.
get inside. Like all this talking from the outside is never gonna change.
We gotta wait for the
nothing.
boomers to die off, man. Once
Yeah.
the boomers die off, then we'll start electing some
Fuck your
younger
parents,
people,
huh?
man. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like they're controlling politics right now on some old ass mindset.
Yeah.
Like they gotta wait for them to die off. Unfortunately, sorry.
Yeah.
Just
But
the-
that's what I'm saying though. But we could still though. Then more people need to be actively. It's like it needs to be less talking, and the people that are running their mouths need to really be like,
In the
I don't
field.
care, like you know. So I'm not gonna do that. But the people that make that their whole personality, like, oh well, then go do it, like bro, like don't just be talking. Like you could go get the jobs. They're out there. Like you know, like. Go for it.
Yeah,
Like,
there
go
are
for that
people
shit.
who-
Like, we need that. We need those people. Like, that's the only way we're gonna get changes if people start actually getting those jobs. Like, otherwise, it's just gonna be the same shit. Like,
I see a lot of people or a lot of politicians on Twitter. They just try to like, get tweets off and shit and like dunk on niggas. Like, like they're
Try
not
to
really.
create viral
Yeah,
moments
that's
and
it.
stuff.
That's all they're trying to do,
Yeah.
man. They're not
Yeah.
really like changing policy or anything.
yeah,
I feel like I learned a lot about those like the real people who are really on the ground doing those kind of works, like similar to like the Panthers and stuff like that, where they're just strictly for the people. They're not really at the point yet that they're trying to put themselves into city government or anything like that. But there are people who start off in these grassroots organizations who do like real work for the community, like really do food drives and really do like like really give back to like the homeless community, for
Yeah.
example, and stuff like that. But that is the spaces that you got.
But there's a cap on that shit because it's like the fundraising, like if there's
Yeah.
people who have to drop out of races because they don't have the fundraising to like last with
Yeah.
like Bernie had to drop out, bro. Like
yeah.
and
that's a good
Bernie
one.
had a big following behind him, but he didn't have that money to because he's not accepting money from lobbyists and shit
Yeah.
to keep going. So
And that's the
like
that's another bad part about it. Like it's a money grab in that sense. Like if you don't even have enough money to run to really be president,
Can't even
because
play.
you ain't got
you gotta spend
exactly.
M's, bro.
Yeah.
Every month you gotta spend millions, bro, just to fucking keep going.
Yeah, that's doesn't make
But,
no
you
sense.
know, it's got to start somewhere, and it's not necessarily you don't need to be the president. Like you could literally just take over your city, bro. Like
Yeah,
and just
Yeah.
change the rules in your city, like and just stay there, like.
Yeah,
Like
real
it's
shit.
like it works like
Yeah.
that, but people just want to talk all day. Like me
In
personally,
general-
I'm like,
in general-
okay, don't change the rules. I'll
Yeah.
just fucking get enough money. I don't have to worry about them. That's just my logic. Like, but I support anyone that wants to do that because that makes the world better for like all the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a little bit more cynical about it. I don't really think the way politics are set up right now, we're gonna be able to change a lot.
I think
You gotta be more
I
radical.
feel like there's more
Unfortunately,
of a like now it's like there is a magnifying glass. Just even with Biden, bro. Back in the day, Biden would not have been getting pressured like he is, like because of Trump. Like
Yeah.
Trump made it where everybody's like, "What are you doing?" This fool dropped those bombs. It was out the
Yeah.
next morning.
Yeah.
He dropped bombs before he dropped stimulus. What happened the next week? Oh, stimulus is. Oh, we're signing it.
yeah.
True.
Like-
There's an
But-
application of pressure that you really haven't seen on other presidents. before.
Yeah. Like, so it's a growing trend. But with that combined with people, I feel like we could maybe like it's gonna take a long ass time, but like you said, the boomers need to die
Yeah,
out.
they gotta go.
And then, but if the boomers die out and then we only have lames actively or the same people, families, like,
Oh, they're
getting
following their
my
footsteps. Yeah.
juniors and
family,
shit, then
yeah.
then we're fucked again. Like, it's
Yeah.
like,
I mean, in my what comes to mind too is like the fact that like the people who hold these Senate seats for as long as they do, or are sitting in the House of Representatives, like those people really, we gotta change those rules that were written in the 1700s.
yeah,
like,
and that shit need an
like
update, bro.
them motherfuckers need to get out of those chairs. We need younger people in those spaces, like, because what you say? Yeah, we should. Yeah, hey, if you could, well, I don't know. I don't know if we can trust the technology, but would you vote for president through a Twitter poll?
You
or
can't
something
trust
like
it,
that?
bro. People are gonna.
Yeah.
You saw how people are writing in like Kanye on like their ballots
Yeah.
and shit, bro. Like you can't really trust people on that.
All right, so what we got?
Y'all gonna vote for Kanye?
Nah.
No,
Never.
but
No?
I think we probably wrap it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
What
we can
about
go
an
there.
hour in?
Yeah, we should be chopping it up.
Yeah.
Oh well, before we wrap it up, we got.
Oh yeah, drop everything, whatever you gotta promote or whatever.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, Love Really Is about to drop on April 2nd. But besides that, what music have y'all listened to, or what are y'all adding to the playlist?
Go ahead.
My joint that I'm adding to the playlist is by this artist named Reggie. It's featuring on the production Monty Booker and Kenny Beats. He's a really dope artist. The song is called "Ain't Gonna Stop Me," and it's fire. Like I just like his vocal inflection on it. Like he reminds me of like kind of gives me like an Outcast feel.
Yeah.
Like his delivery, kind of like when Big Boy be doing his shit with like the high pitched vocals. But yeah, it's really dope. I added a song of his to the playlist last week. It's called "I Don't Want to Feel No More." It's just somebody I found on Twitter, but his music, yeah, his music is really dope. But yeah, that's my ad. And then also honorable mention to my homie Sham 1016 from LA. He put out an album called Everybody's Enemy. That's really, really dope. And
Oh yeah, I saw you posting about that. I listened to actually one of those songs.
Yeah. Bro's he's he's an all around artist in the sense that he does like visuals. He does like graphic design and visual work. Him and I designed the cover for 3338Z
Oh, that's what's up.
in 2020 together. So shout out to my boy Sham. One of my favorite joints on there is "Air This Bitch Out." That's one of my favorite songs.
That's what's up.
ATBO. Oh yeah, what y'all adding?
I'm gonna drop that Joyce Rice.
Yeah,
Falling in Love. That's just like fucking
Yeah.
SWV, fucking Wu-Tang fucking vibes.
yeah.
Like just that fucking up tempo.
That shit fire. Make sure y'all
That
check
shit's
that
fire.
album out. Overgrown, Joyce Rice. Overgrown.
I'll put that new Baby Keem on there. That No Sense.
Oh yeah, that's already on there, but
Uh,
I'm gonna move it up though
yeah.
because it got pushed down a little bit. But
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, move that shit.
that
up.
song is really dope. I could probably go on about Baby Keem because he's one of my favorite new artists who I don't know much about. He's really covered in mystery, but all we know is like he's Kendrick Lamar's cousin.
Mhm.
He's managed by Dave Free, who used to manage Kendrick Lamar too, and then everything with P&G Lang. So I'm looking forward to all of that.
Yeah.
That shit fire. What about you, DC?
I'm gonna go with Lil Baby, Real as It Gets.
Little Baby?
Yeah,
That's right.
He going in.
Lil Baby been on top for a minute. I remember I thought he was just gonna be someone gonna be under Young Thug, kind of like how
Gunna was outrunning him for a
Yeah,
minute.
he
but
was. I
passed
thought
him
I really
out.
liked him
Yeah, he
better
passed
than
him
Gunna.
up, yeah.
I mean, like
I
I
like
like Gunna
Gunna,
better
yeah,
than
but he
Lil
passed
Baby.
him
at
up,
first,
man.
yeah.
I
He
still
really
like
did.
Gunna more.
I mean, I still fuck with Gunna,
'Cause I was
but
listening to the original Slime season this morning. Shit's still so good.
Did you see the other Slime season before
drip
that
season?
one?
I mean, drip
Did you see
Drip
season.
season,
Drip
yeah.
season 2 was there's a genre that he had with Playboy Cardi too for a minute that was fire. Him and Cardi went to high school together too. I remember seeing that.
Oh,
no.
But yeah, also just an honorable mention to Nikel
Drip
Smith.
season 3.
Yeah, that song's
Yeah, I
fire.
was listening to that this morning.
I was also
That
listening
shit's
to
fire.
Nikel Smith, A Dream No Longer Deferred. That's the actor from
The skater.
the skater from fucking
Mid-nineties.
Awesome and yeah, mid-90s. I've been listening to him since like 2019. And he continues to drop really good music. Should be
I didn't know he
some
was still
turned
good.
up shit. I'll play it for you in the car when we go smoke this joint. But yeah, thank you again. Shout out to Productive Culture. Rad Habits episode 3. We out.
Yep.